Hey guys, Problematic Boy here. This is going to be part build, I guess, sort of showcase. The build's not really finished yet, but it'll also be part of my thoughts on the League. Uh, this is basically the character that got me really started. I mean, I kind of tried Cold Slinger, and then it was Cold Trickster, and I just wasn't vibing with the build. And we moved around a little bit, and now finally, we kind of landed on something. I've been playing it maybe the past 2 days. We're at level 93. And we made some currency and gotten our first 2 watchstones and all that stuff. And it is Reaper. Now, I'll talk a little bit about the differences between things like Necromancer and Occultist and Bow or not Bow. Definitely my style, I'm not using the bow, and I'm not going to ever switch to a bow. But there's reasons you might want to go a bow, especially if you're loaded in currency. But let's just do a T16 if I have one. Foundry. Is this doable? Probably. We'll try to run through it, hopefully, as fast as we can. I mean, Reaper, really the biggest issue with her is the clear. Um, Occultist kind of solves that a little bit, but not really. Especially since we're very reliant on her to get moving and grooving here. You can see the explosions help a little bit. And you always want to make sure you're summoning skeletons so that she eats, and then you're getting your procs here. And then after this map, we'll go over the gear a little bit. I'm just going to rush to the boss. Oh my god. Cringe. Okay, can you kill that, please? Can you kill them? Okay, thank you. As you can see, I actually expected to die there. Somehow, even without being a necromancer, we survived. I don't know how. I probably blocked a few hits there. I'm just gonna run to the boss. Okay, well, Iceling has something to say about that. Things are just cursing. Hexbloom is very good. And you also see that even without being Necromancer, our Reaper does not die. So that's good. Could do the box because we were running Purity of Elements, but I am just going to run as fast as I can, my little self, my witch self, to the boss arena, and we can just see what it looks like. It is boss life map, so I'll go a little bit about what I think about the build too. As you can see, part of the thing with Occultist that you might notice is that you really want to put stock in not getting hit at all. Getting hit is bad on Occultist. You don't have to worry so much on Necromancer because you're a Necromancer and you have Bone Offering. And Bone Offering is good. So I don't know what's going on right now. There's supposed to be an enemy somewhere. Oh, there it is. Scary. Oh god. And we're dead. Okay, well, you got the picture. It's a Foundry boss. What can I do? Basically, damage is pretty good. It's definitely good enough to get you going through most T16s. And as we noticed, Occultist does die. But the nice thing about Occultist is that the mapping in general feels smoother. As you can see, it was pretty smooth there for Reaper. And yeah, so that's that. Go over the gear. I did my first 2 watchstones on a lot cheaper gear, maybe 1 to 2 divines. I had a 50C chest, not this chest. This chest is a 5 divine chest. But I had a 50C chest. I had what? Just a regular +2 helmet, no lab enchant, +1, +1. I mean, I'm still using a +1 wand. These are really cheap. Rings are super cheap. Belt was maybe 30 chaos. I think I spent a divine on these gloves, but That's whatever. I didn't have those gloves when I did my first two watches anyway, and of course I wasn't using the power. I was just using I think it was Maim linking Maim, and I didn't have any awakened gems, so it's fairly budget to get started and get your first two watch zones going. And I did that on Necromancer. Necromancer is definitely a great way to get XP if you want to get XP. But I've been really liking how smooth the occultist is and the stun immunity and all that stuff, and running determination purity feels pretty nice. So yeah, that's a Reaper. Not too much to talk about. If anybody has Reaper specific questions, I mean, the one thing is like, why not use a bow? It's because it's kind of annoying, and I just don't want to do it. So I'd rather just have like a shield, and yeah, that's about it. It's just a shield. You could go Cold Iron Point here, but I also just like having a wand with a trigger on it, because it just makes things so much nicer. And then skeletons with maim, so that they maim, and feeding frenzy to get feeding frenzy. Meat shield doesn't really matter. What else do I have here? War banner is very good. I have coin strike on my flame dash, and I actually could have used that there to survive. And then a Vol haste to get speed. And as you can see, for a summoner build, it's very shocking. I have one open socket. I don't know particularly what to do with it. Maybe an enlighten, probably an enlighten at some point. So that's that. Now let's talk a little bit about Sanctum. Okay, let's talk about Sanctum. I'm one of those people that I really did not like Lake, and Lake really was just bad, I think. I don't think it was very good. Sanctum is a big improvement. I'm still not a fan of certain directions and philosophies and reasonings of GGG for certain changes that they've made, but I think overall the core game is better. I like the leak mechanic more than I like Lake. I like the leak mechanic more than I thought I would. I had a previous video where I was talking about I think the I think the leak mechanic was gonna be bad. It's not bad. It's not my favorite leak mechanic ever, but it's definitely something that I do do. I do it, and it doesn't feel bad. So as far as the core game goes, there's still some annoying mods, and I mean one of the most annoying things is that a lot of it is renamed, right? I guess in general it's smoother, right? You're running into less things, but every now and then you still get that cycling resistance mob, or that lightning mirage, or molten shell, or toxic, and it's just it's a lot more of the same, but it's better. It's a lot better than the old Arch Nemesis, and the core gameplay does feel smoother. So that's good. There's less interruptions there. It's a massive improvement. It's a massive improvement. I also like the curse changes. I'm a big fan of Hexbloom support, as you saw, and running that. And the fact that bosses don't have that curse effect reduction is, I think, pretty nice. It's fun. You know, it's fun to actually have your things work without needing to stack a bunch of curse effect or do some other weird thing. And I think that's pretty much sums up my thoughts on Sanctum. I mean, I've gotten to the last boss once in Sanctum, and then I got instantly killed. That was interesting. But, yep. I guess I'm an enjoyer. I've been playing a lot. Alright, thanks for watching. Any questions on the Reaper stuff? Because I don't really have too much specifically to talk about on the Reaper stuff, other than, like, you saw how it works there. Like, I'm an occultist, sometimes I die if I get hit with a big hit, and otherwise while mapping, I'm fairly safe. I mean, I was even tanking the titty ladies there. I have no idea how I did that. I must have blocked some hits. But anyways, bye bye. Maybe I'll have another video or a more comprehensive guide if you're interested in that. I can go over leveling with Reaper, because I think the leveling experience is probably one of the smoothest things with Reaper. I mean, and also she's surprisingly tanky. I mean, I have not resummoned my Reaper after she died. I mean, I've resummoned it, like switching out gems and stuff, but I haven't had to. She hasn't died and needed to be resummoned since Piety, Act 4. So she has been surviving and slaying, and it's been great. All right, bye bye.